2024 so far has blessed us with a lot of anime, and there has been some good ones and some bad ones, but we're going to be discussing the ones that were actually good in this video, and I have 5 anime in particular that I'm going to be discussing. So without further ado, let's get into it. At my 5th spot, I've got the second part of Shangri-La Frontier. I know this is kind of cheating because it's a continuation from last season, but I have to include it because how hype and how good this part was. We see Sanraku reunited with his old gaming buddies to achieve a feat never seen before in this story, which was killing one of the most dangerous entity in this game, Weathermoon the Tomb Guard. In the back and forth between Sanraku, Pencil Gun and Oikatsu had to go through with Weathermoon, and the insane preparation Pencil Gun had of buying the expensive potions that are very rare, reviving Sanraku and Oikatsu again and again, Oikatsu distracting the robot horse thing in the criteria to win this fight, which was not actually to defeat them but to stall until a time limit was reached, was amazing. It provides something unique from other shows of its ilk, and Sanraku abandoning this stalling tactic and actually going for the kill was amazing. And the way Pencil Gun was vulnerable about the Weathermoon story showed a side to her we don't often see, which I liked. In the aftermath of Sanraku calling Cyger Zero and her awkward interaction with Sanraku was hilarious as always, and the loot, experience and all the rewards Sanraku got from defeating Weathermoon felt well earned because we saw how hard they had to struggle to defeat him. This is one of the strengths of this show, since we see all the other characters including Sanraku sweat and struggle, everything feels earned, and this is what a good power fantasy does, and it is exciting and makes you anticipate to watch how Sanraku will utilize all the items and rewards he got after defeating Weathermoon. I know it is not one of those revolutionary anime out there, but I'd be lying if I didn't say Shangri-La Frontier has been one of those anime I anticipated watching every week as it came out. At the 4th spot, I've got the new original anime Ninja Kamui. This anime is really good. It's about a ninja who is seeking vengeance after his family got brutally murdered. The action and the fight scenes are the strong points of the show, and they are very well choreographed. The animations look so smooth and it's just pure hype and fun. The story might not be the deepest out there, but it does enough to get you to care about the main character and his journey to exact his revenge. And again, I stress this fact, the fight scenes are so good in this show, and the fact that it is a ninja anime makes it even better. It's like watching R-rated Naruto. The different parts each ninja have and the way they utilize it, the blood and gore, it is absolutely amazing, especially because I wasn't aware of this anime until I saw some clips of it online and I got to binge it, unlike the other shows in this video, and it was a peak experience. I've seen many people criticizing this show because of the premise, our main character's family getting killed and him seeking revenge. People think it is generic and the emotional aspect of this show isn't that strong, but I would have had the same gripes if the animation wasn't that good. The director of this anime was Sun-Koo Park, mostly known for choreographing some of the amazing fight scenes in Jujutsu Kaisen, so no wonder this anime has insane beautiful action. This show is the anime equivalent of John Wick. You've got a character who is on a journey to exact revenge, and we witness insane action as a result, and the story has enough emotion for what it is trying to be, in my opinion, and I highly recommend this show. 3rd on my list is Solo Leveling. The long anticipated King of Manhwa finally got animated, and I've got to say it lived up to the hype. I still picked the manhwa over the anime because the manhwa has got godly art that cannot be matched, but it is not to say the Solo Leveling wasn't great. The fight scenes are really amazing, especially the major ones. They look really good, and in the anime the writers are trying to give some screen time to side characters, which I wasn't happy they did that at first. I talked about this in depth in my Solo Leveling video, but it didn't hamper the flow of the story like I thought it would. This Solo Leveling anime is very similar to Ninja Kamui. There is a lot of action with just just enough emotion sprinkled in there to make you care, and it just doesn't become a mindless action show like it would have easily become had they gotten it wrong. And I'll be honest, I was scared of this adaptation not being good because I was not a fan of the God of High School and Tower of God anime, and I'm very glad and relieved they got solo leveling right. I thought they were going to be cutting scenes and arcs to cram it into 12 episodes, but A1 Pictures seems to care about this material they're adapting. Season 2 is also announced, so I can't wait for the greatness that is to come. On my second spot, I've got Classroom of the Elite Season 3. This anime just keeps surprising me. Season 2 did the same thing last year as well. I know the light novel readers are not happy with the Classroom of the Elite adaptations, but I haven't read the light novels and I don't have to compare them. That's the best part of not reading the source material of an adaptation. You get to enjoy it for what it is, and I know I will love the light novel more if I read it, but I only watched the anime, so let's talk about it. This show gets better and better every season, and season 3 absolutely delivered. One thing I like in stories is when you put characters in uncomfortable situations and you start to see characters show sides to themselves you've never seen. And this season, the voting arc of choosing one kid to be expelled was amazing. You see students backstabbing each other, show their ugliness in order to survive, and the kid that was being really annoying, Yamauchi Haruki, I'm glad he got expelled, but the way he became annoying felt a bit out of nowhere. Maybe it's because of the light novel cutting some stuff and we couldn't see his annoyingness in the anime. Cutting some stuff made it seem that way, but regardless, I really enjoyed this segment of Classroom of the Elite. I also like how it tied loose ends with Reikita's story and her brother. It said how they got demoted back to Class D because we've seen their struggles to get into Class C, and let's not forget about Ayano Koji. Ayano Koji was always this apathetic character, emotionless and cold, almost felt like a robot, but in season 3 we learn about him, how he's trying to have a sense of normalcy for once in his life. That is why he's here in the first place. It really helped in humanizing him. Also, I really liked that he helped the popular kid Yosuke Hirota. He did so in a cruel and cold way, Ayano Koji style, but he did it to help his classmates, and this season emphasized the good side of Ayano Koji, and it was cool to see that. And overall, this season 3 was very good. And in my first spot, I've got The Dangers in My Heart. It's crazy how a rom-com anime has topped my list because I'm a person who has a bit of a hard time going through slice of life rom-coms and find it way easier going through action anime, but a well-written story is still a well-written story no matter the genre, and that is what The Dangers in My Heart is. A very well-written rom-com that understands what makes a good romance, and it is crazy that this show stood out for me, considering that this past 2 seasons we've been inundated with well-written stories one after the other, like Free Rein Beyond End's Journey, Jujutsu Kaisen, and The Apothecary Diaries. There are so many shows coming out and The Dangers in My Heart competes with them, and that is just a testament to how good this anime is. I'm not going to go in depth about it because there is a video of me already doing so, but The Dangers in My Heart is a really good anime, and it takes the number 1 spot in my top 5 anime of 2024 so far. That's all I have to say for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and with that said, see you in the next one.